Hi, good morning. This is a reflection on lesson 137 in A Course in Miracles that says, when I am healed, I am not healed alone. When I am healed, I am not healed alone. This was another long lesson to get at the point that there's either oneness or there's separation. There's either separation being sickness, illness, untruth, falseness, whatever you want to call it, and unity, oneness, truth, acceptance of all that is, being the other end of that spectrum. So when I'm coming out of sickness into oneness, I'm going toward healing and unity, and I am not alone. I'm thinking of it for the illustration of this reflection as a spectrum, like a scale. So if we're moving towards sickness, that's toward separation, into division, away from unity, away from togetherness, wholeness. So when I am healed, I'm not healed alone. And I also think about how when we do our own healing, when we really are working on ourselves, really healing our own mind, it's really in service to the greater whole. Because we see that, we reflect that in each other. So I think that's what it made me think of as well, is like when we're not doing our own healing, and in fact we're perpetuating our own cycles of dis-ease, our own anxieties, our own illusions of separation in the form of like judgments, condemnations, resentments, anything that keeps us feeling separate from each other, then we just become more and more separate. Nothing just stays as is. I think we're either perpetuating more unity, togetherness, oneness, or more division, separateness. How can you stay just right here? There's got to be one. You're always moving in one direction or another, because the mind is moving. The mind moves. And I suppose if you were truly enlightened, where the mind really stops moving, that would be more about unity, ultimate unity. So yeah, anyway, that's interesting. Yeah, when the mind moves, actually maybe it's all about division, because the mind is triangulating and like having perspectives, and maybe I'm reading too much about Zen lately. But yeah, the mind moves, and it is about perspective, which means you're constantly seeing things apart from. When the mind stops moving, that is true oneness. Interesting. Well, that's for a different book. But in terms of this lesson in A Course in Miracles, I think that it's as simple as, yeah, when I'm healed, I'm not healed alone, because I'm moving toward that oneness. Every time I stop perpetuating division, I'm moving toward healing, which is toward the whole, which is for the greater good. Okay, that's all. Bye.